What's going on, everyone? So, what an absolute embarrassing display by the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, it's one thing to lose a game. It's fine. Losses happen. I know, Joel Embiid and Paul George and four of their five starters were not playing in this game. But, they're still NBA teams, still the Lakers. Teams want to show up. Teams want to embarrass you. Teams want to ball out, right? You lost Anthony Davis. It happens, right? Anthony Davis goes down. I'm sure that wasn't in the cards, wasn't in the plan. Plus, the Lakers are dealing with like multiple curse. They haven't won a game on January 28th since like 2004 or something crazy like that. They are 1-9 now in those jerseys, those City Edition jerseys, right? We need to just burn those jerseys. Anthony Davis, he goes down. Hopefully, he doesn't miss any significant time. We'll see, at least at the time of recording this video. No details yet. LeBron James said that he should be fine, but, we'll see. But nonetheless, right, even with all that stuff, it's not even, again, that they lost. It's the manner in which they lost. And it further is exemplified by the game the previous night. Right? Because remember, this was the second game of a back-to-back. And I understand, you'd be tired. Lakers played a lot of games in the last, few days or this month period. But one of the things that I talked about, particularly after that Hornets game, is the Lakers building bad habits. The Lakers were up, 23 or something like that, and then just decided to take their foot off the gas. And you could argue, okay, well, you're in the first game of a back-to-back, you don't want to exert yourself, rather than just closing the game and it's over by halftime, and now you can rest everybody in the fourth quarter to be prepared for that next game. No, you don't do that. You let the Charlotte Hornets get back and fight back into the game, and then you go into Philadelphia and you get smacked. My issue is them getting smacked, right? Because the problem is that they then got smacked by the Hornets. If you didn't go up 23 in that first quarter, if it wasn't for such a bad first quarter by the Charlotte Hornets, the Lakers got completely blown out 2 straight games, right? So you had this one quarter that saved you from losing to 2 bad teams in a row. And this is my problem. They don't provide that consistency. Right? Like, it's always a tale of 2 teams. They play to their competition. Why did I say that I believe the Lakers could beat Boston? Right? Because I believe the Lakers could beat anybody on any given night. And the Lakers love to play to their competition. Lakers are playing Boston. They play like they're the best team in the NBA. Lakers play 2 bad teams in the NBA, and they play like the 2 bad teams in the NBA. Right? And Lakers have done a good job this season of beating the bad teams. Right? They have the second best record against teams under 500. The Oklahoma City Thunder have the number 1. But even then, it's like, you can't drop games that you should be winning. But even if you did lose, because like I said, like Anthony Davis goes down, could take the wind out of your sails a little bit. Now you kind of adjust and you weren't prepared. I do think the Lakers will be more prepared going forward if Anthony Davis does end up missing a game or two. We'll see. Hopefully, knock on wood, nothing happens. Hopefully, he is able to come back. But you also want to be precautious, right? You always want to make sure that you don't end up bringing him back or rushing him back, and then he misses significant time. But if the Lakers just lost this game, and it was just a hard-fought battle, but Sixers went off, Maxey scored 43, and guys just hit key shots down the stretches, and you just took a bad L. Yeah, it'd still be a bad loss, in my opinion. I still wouldn't be happy about the loss, but I would be like, you know what? Again, it happens, right? Any team, there's still NBA players, still an NBA team. Anybody can lose on any given night. But that's not what happened. You got out-hustled, you got outworked, you got outplayed. That should not have happened. If it was just you had a bad shooting night and they didn't, then that's one thing. But that's not what happened here. Literally, they got completely dominated. And this is my problem with the Lakers. This is a great example of why I don't believe that they are a true contender. Do they have a puncher's chance? Could they, sneak into the conference finals? Sure, right? I just wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't expect it. And that's my problem. That's where my dilemma lies. Nothing's changed. They still need trades. They still need to do and stay on the course that they're on, right? Like, but it's so frustrating watching literally two different teams on a regular basis, right? It's like one night they look like they can compete and take down anybody, and then the next they look like a team that couldn't even beat, your local Y. And it's just it's mind blowing, really, right? Like, it's just because, again, it's the lack of effort. You are professional NBA players, and there is genuine concern and question with your effort. How many teams do you genuinely question their effort? Even the worst teams in the league, right? How often do you hear their effort being criticized? Right? Like, how often do you hear, even like a Wizards team about their effort? Right? And and that's the problem. That's what's so frustrating about this team. It's like Anthony Davis went down and it was like, oh, okay, we're just not gonna try anymore. And it also felt like the Lakers really underestimated this team. It felt like the Lakers went into this game expecting a win, even from like the jump, right? Like JJ Redick justified playing Bronny, and like I get it. If you were ever going to play Bronny, this is probably a game and a team that you'd want to do that to. And if they had Anthony Davis, maybe this goes a lot different. But it still looked like a team that just underestimated the Sixers. That they saw everyone was out and they thought, we're just going to run through the Sixers. And it was tied at the end of the first quarter, and they were like, it's okay. We'll be fine. And then they looked up and all of a sudden they were down 16 going into halftime, right? And gave up 48 points and just got absolutely blitzed, right? Like, if something like that happened, that's where the dilemma lies, right? They are a team that I feel like just isn't serious enough on a nightly basis. And it's so incredibly frustrating. So frustrating. Because these are games that you can't lose. You had a huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. You're still in the 5 seed, which is good. But you would have had a full chance to be essentially, a game and a half ahead of the Clippers and a half game back of the Nuggets for the 4 seed. Now instead, you're a game and a half back of the 4 seed and half a game ahead of the Clippers. And with the way it's going to go is Clippers are probably going to beat the Spurs. And then, the Nuggets play the Knicks. Don't be shocked if the Nuggets beat the Knicks. And now all of a sudden we've dropped. And it's just, again, it's being unserious. Like, guys didn't show up. Austin Reeves, this was his opportunity to be, the second guy tonight and step up big in Anthony Davis's absence. And he didn't. He was too passive. LeBron couldn't take care of the basketball. Yeah, if you didn't watch that game and you just look at LeBron's stat line, you're like, dude, he carried. He's the only one that did anything. No, he wasn't. Like, he was not very good in that game. It felt like a stat padding game. It felt like one of those games where he could care less. He didn't even try on defense. He was turning the ball over. So many careless. It was just laziness. He just was so lazy that game, right? It was just like there wasn't like that effort. No one else really showed up. Except for Dalton Connect. Dalton Connect actually had a really good game, and hopefully that continues to translate. But it's so incredibly frustrating watching this team and the way that they play on a nightly basis. Like, it's just, again, it's so unserious of a basketball team. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Think this team is just, they're too unserious. They're not going anywhere. Do you think, like, nah, look, it was just a bad game. Anthony Davis went down, kind of, distracted everything. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.